We are now going to go to 8.0, which is an action item, and it's 8.1, and this is changes to the 2019-2020 academic calendar. I'm going to get a motion on the floor in a second, and then we'll turn it over to Dr. Talley to walk us through the motion. Do I hear a motion to amend the 2019-2020 academic calendar?
Madam Chair, I move that we change the 2019-2020 academic calendar to move the last day of school for students from June 4th, 2020 to May 29th, 2020.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Anderson. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Mr. Oswald. And at this time, we're going to turn it over to Dr. Talley, who will walk us through this decision and see what crystal ball she can look into to see what we're going to have in the future. So, Dr. Talley.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the board. I wish I did have a crystal ball. You know, I don't, but I can talk with you in retrospect of what we've been through as a school district and as a country and a nation. As you know, Lexington 1 began preparing for e-learning when the governor gave the executive order that schools would be closed for 14 days. That began on March 16th to the 31st. As a school district, we immediately began transitioning from a brick and mortar mode of teaching to a mode of learning that included instructional learning packets for pre-K through 5 and e-learning for grades 6 through 12. On March 19th, we launched e-learning and we distributed learning packets for the elementary schools. Then we began phase 2 of that same mode of learning on April 14th through April 30th. And yesterday we launched phase 3 with beginning to distribute more learning packets for elementary schools and continuing with our e-learning in high schools. The 1920 academic calendar shows that the last day of school for our students is June 4th. Per board policy, if we change that calendar, the board has to take action on that. So I am requesting that the board tonight amend the calendar so that the last day of school for students is May the 29th. And you might ask, why would I ask you to do that? This will give schools, as you know, the 25th is a holiday. This will give schools 4 days to focus that last week of school on our students' mental wellness, our teachers' mental wellness, virtual activities that will ceremoniously bring a closure to the school year, and to also celebrate our teachers for the good work they have done, our principals and administrators for the good work they have done, and certainly to celebrate together as a school family a most unusual year. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Dr. Talley, do we still meet the state's recommendations for the minimum number of school days?
Actually, the state superintendent has waived that.
Okay.
So we're in good shape there. That's a great question, Mr. Anderson.
Any other questions or comments, board? Dr. Guyton, Ms. Garris, anything? Okay. So we have a motion on the floor to amend the 2019-2020 academic calendar. All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, anybody opposed? The motion carries and it is unanimous.